Okay, this is the People versus D'Angelo Lamar Jordan, calling case Z8066791, one count of operating with blood alcohol content of 0.17 or more, set for a pretrial appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dennis Whitey, P79560, appearing on behalf of Mr. D'Angelo Jordan, who is appearing by way of Zoom.
Mr. Jordan, can you state your full name for the record, please?
D'Angelo Lamar Jordan.
Your Honor, today's the day and time set for a pretrial in this matter. I've had the opportunity to speak, well, as the court well knows, we had an evidentiary hearing based upon probable cause. The court denied defendant's motion. Based on that, I discussed my client's options with Mr. Jordan. Subsequently, I had discussions with Ms. Rogers, the prosecutor from the city attorney's office. We've managed to reach a resolution where Mr. Jordan will plead guilty to one count, amended count of operating while visibly impaired, with the high BAC count to be dismissed.
Okay. Mr. Jordan, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Say that one more time.
I said I do.
There we go. Okay. And did you have an opportunity to speak to your attorney today or at some point about your case and about your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes.
Knowing that you're waiving your right to trial, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes.
And Your Honor, just prior on your board here, not to interrupt, I just would like to ask one question.
Sure.
Mr. Jordan, you are aware that this plea offer where you plead guilty to the amended count of operating while visibly impaired may affect your CPL license, your concealed pistol license to carry. You're aware of that, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and we've discussed that pretty extensively, haven't we?
Yes.
Okay, and knowing that, you still wish to move forward with this plea deal, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Well, since you're asking all the questions, I'm gonna need your assistance with one here.
Okay.
I'll give the, I just have the RO.
Oh, I get the report, I can ask.
Okay. I'll just establish the date. Mr. Jordan, I'd like to bring your attention to March 11, 2020, around 4:15 a.m. in the area of Davidson and Gallagher in the city of Detroit. Were you operating a 2008 Toyota vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
And on that date and time, while you're operating the motor vehicle, had you consumed an alcoholic beverage or more than one?
That night, yes.
Okay. And about how many did you consume that evening?
Maybe two or three beers, but I was at work and
Okay.
it was around lunch. So I go to lunch at 11:30. So it was between 11:30 to 12:05 because that's when my lunch is.
Okay. Fair enough. And Judge, we will stipulate for purposes of this plea that the data master was 0.20 in this case to help establish the intoxication element. And with that, I believe I'm satisfied.
Okay, that stipulation, and I will accept your guilty plea, Mr. Jordan, and amend the charge to operate while visibly impaired. The way this works, Mr. Jordan, before I can sentence you, I have to have you screened and assessed by probation. You're not on probation as of yet, but that's the department that assesses individuals. So they'll ask you questions about your background, about the offense, the night or the morning of the offense, and they will provide a report to me, to your attorney, and then we'll be able to move forward with the sentencing. And I'll have a better idea of what you may need and what you may not need. Okay.
Okay.
It's going to take about 6 weeks. May.
I'm here on May 10th, Judge.
Actually, works.
Okay.
We'll do May 10th for your sentencing, okay?
May 10th.
May 10th.
Okay.
And it'll be at 8:30.
Okay.
And when you log in, Attorney Whitey, I'll put you onto a breakout room so you all can go over the report before I call the case.
Okay.
Right?
And Judge, just so Mr. Jordan's aware, probation will contact him by letter, is that correct now? And he calls them?
He should just call. I'm going to give him the number.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
glad you mentioned that.
Okay.
So the number, Mr. Jordan, to call, you can call as soon as you get off of Zoom, is 313
Okay.
965
Okay.
3414.
3414.
Yes, yeah,
Judge, I have a question.
sure.
I think my second hearing, I actually talked to probation and they asked me a bunch of questions and about my background. So is that what I would have to do over again?
Yes, I'm not sure why that happened prior to.
Yeah, I talked to a lady and she asked me a bunch of questions about my background and, you know, if I had any problems growing up. It was a bunch of questions she asked me. And then after that, I was issued jams, and I've been going to jams and blowing and giving a sample since July, like mid-July.
That wasn't supposed to happen until after you pled guilty.
Yeah,
This is what
Purpose of the record, Judge, I was not even aware of this.
and
I know you weren't, by the look on your face.
obviously. So Mr. Jordan, actually, you don't need to wait. They did this prematurely as if you pled guilty. This is why I was confused when you had the hearing, because I thought he'd already pled guilty. I saw the report in here and I thought, oh, maybe it's just from something else, but it's back in the file because
Judge?
it actually is.
I think maybe, and I wasn't here for this part of the case, but originally Mr. Jordan appeared by Zoom and there was a plea taken, but I believe the court rejected that plea and appointed me to the case as there might have been some legal issues. So that might have been the disconnect
There it
where
is.
probation still got the information as if you pled that day.
Okay, that makes more sense because I don't, other than that, I don't know why they would.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Jordan, for bringing that to our attention. You already have a report here.
Can I just review it real quick, Judge?
Sure.
We can handle it today. May I approach?
Sure. So, Mr. Jordan, since we have a report, we can go ahead and send it to you today.
Okay.
Your attorney's gonna look over it and he'll talk to you in private about it.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, I'm just gonna go to the other room and give him a call.
Can I actually, I'm gonna need to make a copy
Okay.
so I can read it too.
Sure.
I'm glad I didn't see that,
Oh my God, yeah.
or I didn't read it. I guess.
I did notice that, so I thought the same thing, I was like, weird.
And I just moved it out the way, like it must be from something else. I'm glad I
A
did.
lot of weird stuff. And they come from, like, thank you.
That's why it's so weird, it's like,
I did the same thing.
Sorry. Okay, Mr. Jordan, are you using your phone for Zoom right now? Okay, I'm gonna call you, so I'm sure you're gonna need to log off, and then we'll have you log back in to do the sentencing, okay? But I'm gonna call you right now. Okay, all right.
Officer Haskin, I'm gonna put you into a breakout room with, Attorney Rogers.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put you on breakout room 2. Okay, ready on Jordan?
We are ready.
Okay, we're back on the record, People versus D'Angelo Jordan. Appearance?
Dennis Whitey, P 79560, appearing on behalf of Mr. Jordan, who is, again, present by way of Zoom.
Mr. Jordan, can you put your name back on the record?
Yes, my name is D'Angelo Lamar Jordan.
Thank you. And did you all have an opportunity to go over the substance abuse assessment?
We did, Your Honor. I went into the other room. I called Mr. Jordan. We had a telephone discussion where I read the report to him. We discussed the factual statements within the report. We have no corrections on the factual issue. We just like to be heard on sentencing.
Okay.
And Judge, just based on what I learned, well, we all learned today, except Mr. Jordan, who thankfully advised us. He already met with probation, had this assessment back in 2020. Mr. Jordan has actually been dropping both breath and urine. Is that correct? Breath and urine, Mr. Jordan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Breath and urine since July of 2020, based on this recommendation, because he thought that he was supposed to do that on direction of the court. He has not failed any tests thus far, Judge. And in essence, he has had no repeat criminal violations, no contacts, no issues. Judge, so he's kind of, I guess while we were pending the case, was kind of on a probationary period for about 9 months now, just with the reports. He did state that the other recommendations within the report for the video and things, they said that they would contact him, but they never did. He just presumed it had to do with the pandemic. Why? Otherwise, he was fully prepared to do the videos and do whatever was required of him. So, Judge, I just think that Schiff was, he didn't raise this issue, or he didn't raise it with me to object to the drops. I wasn't even aware that he was dropping. And I think that goes a long way to show credibility that he's actually addressed this issue. Yes, we had some evidentiary issues. With me as a lawyer, definitely felt compelled to bring forward. At the same time, he's kind of accepted responsibility way before he pled today or before that evidentiary hearing. So, Judge, I would ask, I know there's fines and costs that you have to order statutorily, but I would ask that he, I know this is going to be different, but ask that he be discharged based upon the last 9 months and with fines and costs to be paid. And if not, Judge, then a very minimal probationary term because he's already served kind of 9 months with drops. And those are expensive too, so.
And has Mr. Jordan already paid for those?
With JANS, you have to pay JANS when you go.
Okay. This is a very rare situation, Mr. Jordan. We obviously did not know that you were being tested and basically on probation. And it was not supposed to be handled that way. So I am not going to put you on probation. I do want to confirm that you have received negative, it's actually in this report. When's the last time you were tested?
I was tested. What is today? Today is Sunday.
Sunday? Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna impose the $100 assessment fee. Did you pay that already, Mr. Jordan?
No, Judge. The only thing I've done is after I talked to the lady that gave me the assessment, I started the urine sample in the blood right away, and she told me when we talked that she would get back with me on the other things, but she never got back with me. So I just assumed that I was just going to be blowing and giving a sample of urine.
Okay, so I don't even see this as supervision, where I have to impose fines for that, because no one supervised them.
Even better, Judge.
They would know that he didn't plead guilty. So I'm going to just impose a $100 fine. Once you pay that fine, I will close your matter out, Mr. Jordan.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Of you, this is the strangest situation. You actually have been testing without even pleading guilty. You've been showing the court every time, timely, respectful, so I have nothing. You're fine. So after you pay the $100, we'll close your case, okay?
Thank you so much, Judge.
You're welcome.
And Mr. Jordan, you can pay that online. And do you know when you can pay that by?
I can pay it today.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge,
Close it up.
Yes.
Judge, I have one. Where can I go online to pay this fine?
36districtcourt.org.
Okay.
But give it till this afternoon because we got to make sure it gets in the system.
Wait till tomorrow to pay, so I can put all this. This is a little different summary I'm gonna have to put in the system.
Okay.
So wait till tomorrow, and then we'll close it out after you pay tomorrow. So you're all set, Mr. Jordan, unless you have any other questions?
I have no other questions. Thank you so much, Judge.
You're welcome, and best of luck to you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
I've never experienced that. I've done this
He did his own
about 6 years and never saw it. Never said a word to me the whole time. Never. Most people complaining this costs money, can get me off the drops. Never.
Wow.
I didn't even know. We went to an evidentiary hearing and everything.
Never said one word to me, or he's been. I remember him every time he comes on, he's been quiet.
Yeah, I really, really liked him, especially, right away when I talked to him. He's very upfront, I would say.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Okay, let's take care of Mr. Jackson.
Okay.
Mr. Jackson, go ahead and unmute your device. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, we're on the record. This is People versus Corey Stephen Jackson, calling cases B12025520, failure to vaccinate a dog against rabies, failure to produce proof of vaccination. B12025220, no dog license. B12025620, dogs at large. B12025420, failure to vaccinate dog against rabies or produce proof of vaccination. And B12025120, no dog license. Set for a pretrial today. Parents?
Dennis Whitey, P79560, appearing on behalf of Corey Jackson, who is appearing by way of Zoom.
Mr. Jackson, can you state your full name for the record?
Corey Jackson.
Your Honor, today's a day and time set for a pretrial in this matter. I was able to discuss my client's options with my client, as well as discuss with Ms. Rogers potential resolution. And as you're aware, Judge, we had a hearing regarding the euthanizing the dog in this case, which my client abruptly stopped halfway through to consent because he saw the testimony. Based on that, Judge, the prosecutor offered to dismiss all charges except 2 of them, where he would plead guilty to not having a dog license and failure to vaccinate or show proof of vaccination for rabies. All other matters would be dismissed under that plea offer. I discussed with my client, he wishes to take advantage of that plea offer and move forward today.
Did you mention the 12-month delay sentence?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Did you mention the 12-month delay sentence?
Actually, Judge, I thought it was just a plea, but I remember her stating there's 12-month delay if I could online, if I could just directly here. Okay, Mr. Jackson, part of that plea deal that the prosecutor's offering is
Yes.
that it would be taken under advisement. It would be a 12-month delayed sentence, which means once you do whatever the court orders you to do, you stay out of trouble for 12 months, the case would be dismissed without a conviction even.
Okay.
So even better than what we discussed, okay?
Okay.
And I wasn't aware of that till today when she wrote the final offer up.
I just saw it.
We'll accept that, Judge, no problem.
Okay. Mr. Jackson, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Whiting today in private about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
You understand pleading guilty to say will waive your right to a trial?
Yes.
And knowing that you're waiving that right to trial, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, I'd like to bring your attention to June 1st, 2020, around 11:45 a.m. in the city of Detroit. Did you own? We know you did. I have to put on the record. Did you at that time own a dog in which you did not have a license for?
Yes.
Did you also fail to vaccinate that dog against rabies or produce proof of vaccination?
Yes.
That's fine.
Satisfied, Judge.
I will accept your guilty plea, Mr. Jackson, and adopt the recommendation for a 12-month delayed sentence, as your attorney just stated. If you don't pick up any other cases, at 12 months, this will be dismissed from your record, okay?
Okay.
I'm not going to impose any fines and costs on you. You lost your dog. I think that's enough. So as long as you just stay out of trouble, 12 months, this will be gone from your record, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, Judge.
You're welcome. Mr. Jackson, you know what else we have to talk about?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your phone just continues to go to voicemail. So I need to schedule time for the laptop to be dropped off.
I'm actually free whenever I need to be.
Okay.
I really just needed the address or the location to take it to.
Can you drop it down at 36th District Court?
Yes, I can.
Okay. What day can you do it?
I can actually do it today.
Okay, so I'll let security know downstairs that you'll be dropping off the laptop and they'll retrieve it from you.
Okay. I'm actually going to get dressed now and head down there so I can get it out the way.
Okay, wonderful. So unless you have any questions, you're all set.
No questions. Thank you again.
You're welcome. You have a good rest. Oh,
Take care, Mr. Jackson. If you have questions about anything, hey, give me a call, okay?
Okay, I appreciate you.
All right.
Okay.
all right, Mr. Jackson. Good one.
Okay, you too.